I move that the town raise and appropriate the amount of $43,598,067 and transfer $158,500 from certified free cash to fund the Dennis Yarmouth Regional School District budget for FY 2025, subject to an override of Proposition 2.5 in the amount of $880,000 under Massachusetts General Laws, Chapter 59, Section 21C, subsection G. Total certified budget FY 2025, $43,756,567.
Second.
Motions are made and seconded. Select Board,
Recommend 5-0.
Finance Committee.
Finance Committee recommends 5-0.
I believe you have a presentation? No? Okay. Any questions or comments?
I would like to have the Finance Committee explain to us why they voted unanimously in favor of this budget.
The original budget that was presented by the school district was substantially larger. And as a result of the tri-effort by the town of Yarmouth, the town of Dennis, and the school board, we mutually agreed to a 3-year step-down process that would help the school district move from the situation that we found ourselves in at the beginning of the budget cycle to a more tenable short-term solution. And this is a multi-year project. And so we believe that this is the best way to help bridge that gap through the next couple of years.
The meeting that Chairman Stone just referenced, by the time we got to that meeting, we had already reduced $2 million, over $2 million in the budget, and that's the budget that we've presented here. It has in it, to the previous question, it has in it, going into next year, 35.5 staff reductions. And just for context, we have the highest student enrollment that we've had in 10 years. So as I've said to in a couple of public meetings, we're probably the only public service that will be reducing its staffing while our service need is the highest it's been in 10 years. So just for a little context. Then there was a reference to a recent email that I sent out because the school committee had charged myself and my assistant superintendent for finance, well, what if the override doesn't pass? Because that 35.5 staff reduction is assuming that the override passes. So to be clear, that's with the override passing. The school committee asked, what if the override doesn't pass? And I presented to the school committee just last night a couple of different options, but it's anywhere between 18 to 22 more positions on top of the 35.5 that we've already cut.
I'm a DY grad, and I'm doing some pretty interesting things in the planet today. And I'm serious about that. And we just passed increases in every budget for every agency in our town, like that. These are our kids. This is our future. This is something that is needed, and this is something that we have a responsibility to support.
I am an 11th grade English teacher at DY, and I also have a student in 1st grade at Station Avenue. So this is important to me, and I think the biggest thing that I want to say is that these cuts really do affect literal people. I might not get cut, but if I don't get cut, it means my classroom size is going to be a lot bigger.
If I'm hearing it correctly here from the new superintendent, we've had a total mismanagement of funds. You've had federal grants. A grant is short-term. The school committee should have known this. And now all of a sudden, we're going to get hit, taxpayers are getting hit with the burden of their incompetence. When was the last time the school department and the school committee was audited by the state?
Okay, that's a question.
We need to see the audit.
Sir.
Yeah, we get audited annually.
And you're going to make that public instead
It's
of,
a public document. It gets presented at school committee meetings as
It
part
should
of
be-
public record.
that should be put on your Facebook page.
Okay.
Because people have called to get the audit and had a tough time in the past.
We have a motion that's been seconded for the DY school budget of $43,757,567. All in favor, please raise your cards and say aye. Aye. All opposed? Okay. The motion carries with a couple of oppositions. Article 21.
Thank you, Mr. Moderator. I move Article 21 is printed in the warrant with the following amendment: to insert the phrase quote, which reflects the sacredom of Aieno, end quote, after the word Matikes in the article, and to insert the phrase, quote, sacred to the Wampanoag Nation after the phrase white pine tree.
Do we have questions?
Bob, I appreciate all your work of your committee. However, I would have proposed that we corrected our seal, not change it. And I think our Native Americans should still be on our seal. It's their history. We took their land. We're here almost 400 years, and I still think that we should have the Native American in the center. Thank you.
I hate change. I don't like erasing history, and I think if it's not broke, don't fix it. I think we should leave it alone. It's historic, and don't touch it.
Okay, thank you. Yes, ma'am.
Historically, people are worried about history, well, our town seal had a Native American who would never live in Yarmouth or any other place in Massachusetts because it was a Plains Indian. We never had teepees here. The Native Americans built weetus in order to live in them. And I'm sure a lot of you have seen weetus, and they don't look anything like a teepee. I really applaud. I think this is a remarkably beautiful seal. And the fact, I was wondering, well, where's the Native American in here? Because we all honor them with our town. We took the town from them, it's true. Is that beautiful tree? It's a symbol. This is all a symbol. None of this is real. And this is a symbol, this tree, which is alive, and the Native Americans feel this was their roots. And I think it honors them more than having the wrong Native American in the wrong house.
Thank you. Are there any more comments or anything more you want to add, Bob?
No, sir.
Okay, we have a motion that's been seconded, Article 21. Please raise if you're in favor, please raise your yellow card and say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The motion carries.